all sketched out right now.
Hidden deep in the quiet, leafy suburbs on the outskirts of Atlanta, Georgia, sits a forgotten mansion, its once grand walls now echoing with silence. This sprawling estate, though now dilapidated, was once a symbol of luxury and success, where opulence and mystery collided in equal measure. Built in 1987 during the height of Atlanta's real estate boom, the mansion was an architectural marvel for its time, boasting state-of-the-art amenities, grand halls, and lavish interiors. It passed through the hands of various high-profile owners, each leaving their mark, but none managing to keep it for long. Over the years, rumors of financial struggles, unfinished renovations, and legal battles added layers of intrigue to the property's story. In 2003, the mansion took on a new level of fame when it was purchased by one of the most influential figures in music history, Sean "Diddy" Combs. At the time, Diddy was at the peak of his career, not only dominating the hip-hop world, but expanding into fashion, television, and business ventures. Known for his larger-than-life persona and legendary parties, it was no surprise when he bought this grand estate, turning it into a personal palace where the music industry's elite could gather, and he could enjoy the fruits of his labor. Despite the millions poured into renovations, the mansion never lived up to its potential. Just 4 years later, Diddy walked away from the property, leaving it to crumble into obscurity. Some whispered about financial troubles or changing interests, while others speculated about more mysterious reasons.
There are no misconceptions about me.
From hauntings to hidden secrets, the mansion became shrouded in rumors, its once iconic status fading as the years passed. Today, it stands as a decaying monument to a forgotten dream, its grandeur slowly being eaten away by time and neglect. Walking through the mansion, it's hard to imagine that in its prime, this place hosted lavish parties with hundreds of guests, including Atlanta's elite music legends and even Oprah. The 20,000 square foot estate once boasted 8 bedrooms, 16 bathrooms, a library, a home theater, a personal gym, and 5 fireplaces. Outside, there was a 5-car garage, a saltwater pool, and a tennis court. But now, most of it lies in ruins, abandoned like the dreams that built it. The front gates are sealed tight, so I park my car down the street and make my way through the thick woods surrounding the estate. The eerie walk, quiet except for the crunch of leaves underfoot, leads to the surreal sight of this enormous decaying mansion emerging through the trees. Approaching from the back, I see the once pristine swimming pool, now green and murky, covered in leaves and debris. A fire pit and a rusted grill sit nearby, remnants of parties long past. The mansion looms above, its windows boarded up, but the power is still on in some areas. That's the first surprise. As I step inside, I'm greeted by the smell of mildew and the hum of an old machine, likely part of the HVAC system, still running after all these years. The air feels heavy, like the house is holding its breath, waiting for something to happen. In the basement, things get even stranger. The space is completely unfinished, dark and cold, with bare concrete walls and exposed wiring. A blinking light catches my attention, the remnants of a security alarm, shattered and useless. Vandals have been here before me, but despite the damage, the house still has a strange energy, as if it remembers what it once was. Upstairs, I step into the heart of the mansion. The grand living area, with its high ceilings and large windows, would have been flooded with light if not for the grime and plywood covering them. A massive chandelier still hangs above, its crystals faintly sparkling in the dim light, a ghostly reminder of the mansion's former opulence. Despite the decay, much of the high-end appliances remain. The fridges and ovens, their sleek surfaces covered in dust, are still powered up. It's unsettling, as if the house is stuck in time, waiting for its owners to return. Diddy bought the mansion for $2.6 million and invested millions more into renovations. Yet 4 years later, he sold it for $1.3 million, half of what he paid. Was it the financial crisis or something darker? Rumors still swirl about Diddy being haunted by the ghost of his late friend Biggie Smalls, whose 1997 murder shook the hip-hop world.
Police are investigating the shooting death of rapper Notorious B.I.G., also known as Biggie Smalls.
Could that have driven him away? Wandering through the mansion, it becomes clear that much of the construction was never completed. The house is a strange mix of the finished and the unfinished. Some rooms are barely wooden frames, while others are fully equipped with luxury fixtures. There's even an elevator, unused but intact. I step inside to see if it works, but the buttons do nothing. Like much of the mansion, it's left in limbo. In the master suite, where Diddy himself would have slept, The room is massive, with a fireplace, its own balcony, and what looks like it was meant to be a massive walk-in closet. The bathroom is equally impressive. A giant hole in the floor where a jacuzzi was supposed to be, and cracked vanity mirrors still hang on the walls. It's filled with the eerie silence of a dream left unfinished. Next, I find the room full of mirrors I'd heard about. Walking through it is unsettling, the reflections creating a dizzying effect. I wonder what this room was meant for. Rehearsals, perhaps? Or was it a space for reflection? The answers are lost in the peeling wallpaper and cracked floors. Exploring further, I can't help but think about the sheer waste of it all. So much money, time, and craftsmanship went into building this mansion, only for it to be left to decay. The intricate woodwork, the elegant crown molding, all slowly being eaten away by time. The stairs creak underfoot as I ascend to the upper floors. From here, the view is breathtaking. What once must have been stunning now feels tragic. The pool, once a sparkling blue, is now dark and murky. The back deck, where countless summer parties must have been held, is rotting, its boards warped and broken. And yet, despite the decay, there's still something majestic about the place. The mansion's bones are strong, and with the right vision, it could be brought back to life. But who would take on such a monumental task? After hours of exploring, I sit down to rest, waiting for the sunrise. As the first light of day creeps through the broken windows, the mansion takes on a different feel. The soft light brings warmth to the cold, empty spaces, illuminating the decay in a way that feels almost beautiful. It's like the house is remembering its glory days, if only for a moment. Outside, the backyard feels vast, almost as if it's in a different world, disconnected from the decay surrounding it. The overgrowth has taken over, but you can still sense the grandeur that once was. The tennis court, though cracked and overgrown with wild grass and creeping vines, still stands defiantly against the wear of time, a symbol of a forgotten past where matches were played under the sun. It's easy to imagine the laughter and competition that once filled the air, the sharp sound of tennis balls echoing through the property, now replaced by the soft rustle of the wind through the weeds. The pool house, with its bizarre tile murals, now cracked and fading, remains frozen in time, a strange contrast to the dilapidated surroundings. The once bright colors of the tiles have dulled under layers of dirt and grime, but the images still hint at the carefree, sun-soaked days it once hosted. This relic of the mansion's heyday, with its bar and lounge area, now seems oddly out of place, like a piece of a forgotten dream that stubbornly refuses to fade completely. Nearby, the 4-car garage sits almost untouched, its doors slightly ajar, revealing tools and construction supplies left behind in a hurry. It's as if the workers intended to return at any moment, but they never did. Rusted saws and drills lie scattered on the workbenches, their purpose long since forgotten. The garage, a silent witness to ambitious plans that were never completed, stands as a testament to the dreams left half-built and abandoned. As I walk away from the mansion, the sense of isolation grows stronger. The wind picks up slightly, brushing past the trees that now tower over the estate, their branches casting long shadows across the cracked pavement. I can't help but wonder what's next for this place. Will someone come along, see the potential hidden beneath the decay, and restore it to its former glory? Or will it continue to sit here, slowly crumbling away, a forgotten relic of a time that has long since passed? The mansion, once a palace for extravagant parties and a retreat for the rich and famous, is now silent. The echoes of those legendary moments, the laughter, music, and clinking glasses, have long faded, replaced by the slow, steady decay of time. The life it once knew is gone, and what's left is a skeleton of what it once was. As I take one last look at the estate, the mansion fades into the distance behind me, becoming just another silhouette on the horizon. I can't shake the feeling that I've just witnessed a piece of history that the world has forgotten, a monument to an era that now seems like a distant dream, washed away by time. The story of this mansion, like so many others, is one of fleeting grandeur, a reminder of how quickly the fortunes of the rich and famous can shift, and how even the grandest of dreams can be left to rot in the wake of time's unrelenting march.